The poor are suffering. As is usually the case when tragic events occurs, those who are most underprivileged are hit first and hit hardest. The government's measures are not fulsome enough, and the help is not getting to who need it the most quickly. The competent authority has shut the borders, and with good reason. The competent authority closed business, stopped vendors from operating, caused thousands to be essentially out of work, and therefore the competent authority must ensure that people do not starve. But the reality is that there are people who were barely making it from before the crisis. Now the need is acute, the need is critical. I have heard countless complaints about NIB not moving fast enough to accommodate both unemployment benefits and unemployment assistance claims. For this, I don't necessarily blame NIB. NIB was not set up to move with such volume, with such haste. It's likely overwhelmed by the number of claims. It's also encumbered by checks and balances designed to ensure minimization of waste and fraud. But that means many who applied weeks ago have still not been helped. Many who are unemployed for different reasons, not to mention Hurricane Dorian, are being told they cannot claim again within the same 52-week period. Those who have not been working for 52 weeks are ineligible. This is wholly unacceptable. Those who do not meet the criteria for unemployment benefits should be able to apply for unemployment assistance, or better yet, relax the criteria for claiming. This is a national emergency. Surely all of the same rules should not apply. A better approach by government would have been to send the money that NIB would pay anyhow through the unemployment benefit process through credible employers to disburse through the normal banking channels. This will ease a lot of the administrative burden on NIB. Mr. Speaker, we must find practical, compassionate solutions. I also note, in my view, it is unfair and perhaps cruel to deny those who were or are on work permit, who pay NIB, who have lost their jobs, to claim neither the unemployment benefits or unemployment assistance. They should be allowed to claim in some form. We must find a practical, compassionate solution with respect to this.
Yes, sir. Can I have the document?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is what the Bahamas has been reduced to. You come to license your car and you have to stand outside like cattle. There are no shades. The little piece of shade that the people do have, they don't want you to be in it. So they come out to you with a gate up. You can't go beyond the gate. And so you're just in the blazing heat of the sun waiting for something to be done. The amount of money that you pay to have your cars on the road, the least this government can do, anybody for that matter, is put up some shade so that persons don't have to stand out in the elements just to have some service. It is totally ridiculous, to say the least. Totally ridiculous. Totally ridiculous. This is what we're down to in the Bahamas. Totally ridiculous. Totally.